You think the difference was tonight in this ballgame?
They hit a lot of shots. They played well on their home floor, all year. And in the first two games, they pushed the pace, got on runs, and we had our chances tonight, and just couldn't quite get over the hump.
You feel like you just ran into a buzzsaw the way that team played through the playoffs, and certainly adding Durant?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got better with Durant. He was exceptional throughout the playoffs and this series as well.
Why was it so difficult to sustain that first quarter? I mean, you played very well in the first, maybe midway through the second. What did they do? What kind of things to turn that?
Just hit shots. I mean, we try to contain it and keep it a half-court game, but they continue to push the pace, and they play really well when they do that. So there were times where we were fanning out trying to get to that three-point line, and then they back cut us and they get a layup. So we're just trying to protect everyone's back, and got caught up in a few situations that weren't good for us.
Given there were like a handful of times where Durant had a hand in his face, I know you had a couple where he just hit it. Do you almost have to tip your hat to a guy like in a case like that?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get a half step up. With all those guys there, those three guys can really shoot the ball with him and Steph and Clay. So you almost have to just keep being up an extra half step, try to make them put the ball on the floor. But after that as well, you got to send another guy because they're good playmakers. So just continuous efforts, and we had that throughout the series.
Kevin, you had that second foul. Obviously, it looked like you were pretty upset about that. How did that kind of change your game?
Yeah, I mean, it set the tone for the rest of the game. That first half was ugly. Fourth quarter, definitely try to get going, offensive rebound, clean up the defensive glass, but it's just that set the tone. It was poor.
You think the difference was tonight in this ballgame?
They hit a lot of shots. They played well on their home floor, all year. And in the first two games, they pushed the pace, got on runs, and we had our chances tonight, and just couldn't quite get over the hump.
You feel like you just ran into a buzzsaw the way that team played through the playoffs, and certainly adding Durant?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got better with Durant. He was exceptional throughout the playoffs and this series as well.
Why was it so difficult to sustain that first quarter? I mean, you played very well in the first, maybe midway through the second. What did they do? What kind of things to turn that?
Just hit shots. I mean, we try to contain it and keep it a half-court game, but they continue to push the pace, and they play really well when they do that. So there were times where we were fanning out trying to get to that three-point line, and then they back cut us and they get a layup. So we're just trying to protect everyone's back, and got caught up in a few situations that weren't good for us.
Given there were like a handful of times where Durant had a hand in his face, I know you had a couple where he just hit it. Do you almost have to tip your hat to a guy like in a case like that?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get a half step up. With all those guys there, those three guys can really shoot the ball with him and Steph and Clay. So you almost have to just keep being up an extra half step, try to make them put the ball on the floor. But after that as well, you got to send another guy because they're good playmakers. So just continuous efforts, and we had that throughout the series.
Kevin, you had that second foul. Obviously, it looked like you were pretty upset about that. How did that kind of change your game?
Yeah, I mean, it set the tone for the rest of the game. That first half was ugly. Fourth quarter, definitely try to get going, offensive rebound, clean up the defensive glass, but it's just that set the tone. It was poor. But when we got it down there, they're a very good team. Katie made some big shots for them in the mid post, and Iguodala hits. What, he hit 2 or 3 threes tonight or something like that. So, when guys are doing that, it's definitely tough. So you gotta give them credit. They're better and stepped up when they needed to.
Tristan Ty was very emotional. We could see walking in here to the locker room. What was it like in here with the guys, just knowing that the ride's over this year?
It stings. It hurts. It hurts us all. Guys, we all sacrifice for the betterment of this team, and you guys see it, and you see how hard and how close of a group we are. And it starts from the top. Coach Lou and the coaching staff, they put a lot of time with us and got us prepared and gave us, it was a good game plan. But we just fell short. It hurts right now, but it's just got to be motivation to get better over the summer and be better for next season.
Obviously,
Thank you.
we've talked so much about KD and the impact that he's had throughout this series, but beyond the obvious, where was his impact felt the most for them, do you think?
He made shots, crucial moments. There was a stretch in the third quarter where, he's the only one making shots for their team. Everyone else was missing, and we're making him take tough shots. But, the guys we had on him, Bron and RJ, they made it tough for him. Got him off his sweet spot, and, Kevin's a good player, so, he made some shots, and it definitely helped him a lot.
Specifically having him, how did he impact your guys' trap, which had been so effective in Game 4 and throughout the postseason?
When he was running the pick and rolls?
Yeah.
It's good job finding guys. At the end of the day, he didn't really split our blitzes. He just really made shots in the mid post. That was his impact of the game. That's what he did in the game. Got on the right block and faced up, jab, made about 3 or 4 of them. So, they're all great contests. Sometimes you just got to live with them.
Everybody said that if you guys didn't win a championship, it was going to be unsuccessful. But do you take any sort of pride in the fact that because of what you did last year and the way that you did it?
Last year's over. The Warriors won. They won the championship. It hurts, stings. Guys left on the floor. Right now, I can't sit back and think about shit. It's tough right now, but gotta hold your head up high. If you left on the floor, it is what it is.
How much do you think this disappointment pain will drive all you guys this summer?
Drive all of us, especially myself. Just gotta get better. Win, lose, or draw, you gotta get better. Every summer, you gotta get better. So that's motivation right there.
They played great. We didn't play as well in the first 2 games. Just trying to even make it a series. Got behind the 8 ball, and they came out playing the way they were supposed to play all year.
You were hitting the shots, obviously, big shots. So you guys climb back into it. At some point, do you just run out of steam?
No.
Not you personally, but
No. It's the NBA Finals, and we were down 3-1. There's no time to run out of steam. Recover with the days they give you in between and get back after it, but they were a lot.
Jared, what happened during that 21-2 run in the second quarter?
They just made more plays than we did. We supposed to switch on a couple. Plays. We didn't. They made us pay. One thing about this team, if you have any defensive lapse, they'll make you pay at all times.
Jared, can you find much solace in getting to the Finals 3 in a row? I know you want to win the championship, but what do you take from this game?
Try and hit it up again next year. Just gotta get back to the drawing board.
Thanks, Jared.
Yep.